Heartbreak. Dakota wants Sam Heughan to end his relationship with Caitriona before agreeing to marry. Sam Heughan, the Scottish star of the Outlander series, had a rough love life before finding love with Dakota Johnson, the charming Hollywood actress, famous for 50 Shades of Grey. Their love began at a film event in Los Angeles. At first, it was just intimate conversations, fleeting glances, then gradually turned into discreet dates. When Sam made his feelings public, Hollywood was surprised. People were used to seeing him alone, focusing on his career, but they did not think he would go public so quickly. After more than a year of dating, Sam decided to propose to Dakota on a small beach in Scotland, where the sunset dyed the sea red. Dakota burst into tears when she saw the sparkling ring on Sam's hand, and nodded in boundless happiness. But not long after, when news of the wedding spread, the shadow of another woman began to bother Dakota, Caitriona Balfe. The shadow named Caitriona Balfe. For many years, Sam and Caitriona have been the golden couple on screen, thanks to Outlander. Playing Jamie and Claire, they created one of the most beautiful love affairs on modern television. Fans even hoped many times that they would become a couple in real life. Although Sam and Caitriona always affirmed that their relationship was just friends, the more than 10 years of being together have made the line between friendship and love constantly scrutinized by the public. Dakota understood that. She once smiled and accepted, once thought that Sam and Caitriona's relationship was simply that of close colleagues. But more and more, she felt a deep attachment that she could not ignore. At events, Sam and Caitriona often gave each other hugs and intimate glances. In interviews, the two still joked and called each other by intimate nicknames. And worse, the press kept digging, putting Dakota in the position of the interloper. Dakota began to worry. If Sam had not really come to terms with the past with Caitriona, would the wedding be a hasty choice? The tense conversation. One quiet evening in Los Angeles, Dakota sat in front of Sam, her eyes shining with unusual seriousness. Dakota, I love you, and I want to marry you. But I need certainty. I need to know that there is nothing between you and Caitriona. Sam was surprised for a moment, frowning slightly. Sam, you know, we are just friends. We worked together for many years, of course we will be close. Dakota shook her head, her voice wavering. Dakota, you may believe that, but for me, that line is unclear. The public, the press, even the rumors make me feel like an outsider. I can't enter into a marriage until you really close that door. Sam was silent. He understood Dakota was right. He himself, sometimes, couldn't deny that in the past, he and Caitriona had moments that went beyond friendship. Pressure from public opinion. The news that Dakota asked Sam to break up with Caitriona before the wedding quickly leaked out. The press seized on it and turned it into a hot topic. Dakota is jealous of Caitriona. Sam is forced to choose between love and friendship. Outlander is at risk of breaking up because of real-life drama. Social media exploded. Fans are divided. One side supports Dakota, saying she has every right to demand clarity before marriage. One side sides with Caitriona, saying Dakota is being selfish by interfering in a friendship. Some criticize Sam for letting things get messy for so many years. Sam, who hates noise, suddenly finds herself at the center of a media storm. The fateful meeting with Caitriona. Unable to drag it out any longer, Sam arranges to meet Caitriona in a small cafe in Glasgow. No cameras, no flashbulbs, just two people who once considered each other best friends. Sam speaks first. Sam, Kat, I'm going to marry Dakota. But you know what the press says. They've turned everything between us into something else. I need you to help me put an end to those rumors. Caitriona looked at him, her eyes both sad and proud. Caitriona, what do you want me to say? That there was nothing between us? That it was all an act? Sam paused. He didn't know how to answer. The past, the hugs, the long nights of confiding, the times he came to her when he was lonely, were they all meaningless? Caitriona, Sam, I've always respected you. But are you sure Dakota will understand that our friendship is not a burden? Or are you planning to give it up just to have a peaceful marriage? Sam looked straight into her eyes. Sam, I don't want to lose our friendship. But if this friendship hurts the person I love, I have to choose. And I choose Dakota. Caitriona was silent. Tears glistened in the corners of her eyes, but she forced a smile. Caitriona, then be happy, Sam. I'll back out. Dakota and the lingering haunting. When Sam told Dakota that he had spoken clearly to Caitriona, she nodded silently. But in her heart, there was still a fear. Is it really over? Dakota lay awake many nights, thinking about the years Sam and Caitriona had spent together. Would a short conversation be enough to erase a decade-long memory? She loved Sam, but she wanted to be sure she was the only one in his heart. The media didn't release the information. Although Caitriona kept quiet, the press kept prying. During an Outlander press conference, when a reporter asked, Caitriona, do you think Sam is really happy with Dakota? She just laughed. That's not for me to judge. I just hope he gets what he needs. Immediately, the faint answer became the headline. Caitriona muses that Sam isn't happy. Dakota was furious. She felt like she was being tested again. The final decision. One evening in London, Dakota frankly told Sam. Dakota, I need you to make it clear. Not just to me, but to the world. If you want to marry me, show everyone that Caitriona is no longer a part of your private life. Sam pondered for a long time. He knew that this was not just a love affair but also a career, a public image, a friendship that had lasted for decades. But he also knew that if he did not decide, he would lose Dakota. Finally, in a live television interview, Sam spoke up. I want to make it clear that Caitriona Balfe is a colleague, an important friend. But I am preparing for a marriage with Dakota Johnson, the woman I love. Everything else is in the past. That sentence was like a sword cutting through all the rumors. The ceremony is favored. After Sam's public announcement, Dakota finally smiled wholeheartedly. She agreed to go ahead with the wedding, this time with more confidence than ever. Their ceremony took place at an ancient Scottish castle, in the middle of a field of blooming flowers. Dakota was mysterious in a restored white dress. Sam was a gallery in a traditional kilt. No more gloss of rumors, no more old photos, just two hearts choosing to hold hands and walk to the end of the road.